on the ground. Do you know who?
Moana, the ocean chose you.
Maui, demigod of the wind and sea.
Women too, men and women.
Thank you.
The ocean chose me for a reason.
Go save the world.
I got your back. What? Is there something in my teeth?
Moana 2026 brings Disney's beloved ocean adventure into live action while preserving the heart, spirit, and cultural identity that made the original story so memorable. The film introduces audiences to a new version of Moana, portrayed by Catherine Lagaya, who delivers a performance filled with determination, courage, and emotional sincerity. From the very beginning, the movie establishes Moana as a young leader whose connection to the ocean and her people defines every decision she makes. Unlike many fantasy adventures that focus solely on spectacle, Moana places equal importance on personal growth, family relationships, and the responsibility that comes with leadership. This emotional foundation gives the story a sense of authenticity that remains engaging throughout the film. Catherine Lagaya successfully carries the movie on her shoulders, portraying Moana as both strong and vulnerable. She captures the character's adventurous spirit while also conveying the uncertainty and fear that naturally accompany a journey into the unknown. Her performance ensures that audiences remain invested in Moana's development, making her victories feel earned and her challenges emotionally meaningful. Dwayne Johnson returns as Maui, bringing the same charisma, humor, and larger-than-life energy that made the character a fan favorite. His chemistry with Lagaya becomes one of the movie's strongest elements, creating an entertaining dynamic that balances comedy with heartfelt character moments. Director Thomas Kyle approaches the material with clear respect for the original story while using live-action filmmaking to create a different emotional experience. Rather than simply recreating animated scenes, the film attempts to explore the characters through a more grounded perspective. The relationship between Moana and her family receives additional attention, helping audiences better understand the emotional stakes behind her decisions. The movie also emphasizes themes of identity, courage, and self-belief, showing that true leadership often requires stepping beyond familiar boundaries and embracing uncertainty. One of the most impressive aspects of the film is its visual presentation. The ocean itself feels like a living character, brought to life through detailed visual effects and stunning cinematography. Tropical islands, vast horizons, and powerful ocean landscapes create a sense of wonder that remains central to the viewing experience. Every environment contributes to the feeling of adventure and discovery, immersing audiences in a world that feels both magical and believable. The production design reflects Polynesian culture with care and respect, helping create a setting that feels vibrant and authentic. The musical elements continue to play a significant role in the story, supporting emotional moments while reinforcing the themes of courage, destiny, and connection. The film's soundtrack helps maintain the adventurous spirit associated with the franchise while introducing new emotional dimensions through live-action performances. Another strength of Moana 2026 is its focus on community and heritage. The story repeatedly highlights the importance of understanding where one comes from while also finding the courage to create a new path. This message gives the narrative a timeless quality that resonates across different generations. The supporting cast contributes effectively to this theme, helping create a believable world filled with characters who influence Moana's growth and understanding of herself. The action sequences are exciting without overshadowing the emotional journey at the center of the story. Every challenge and obstacle serves a purpose, contributing to Moana's development as a leader and explorer. Through strong performances, beautiful visuals, engaging adventure, memorable characters, and meaningful themes about courage and self-discovery, Moana 2026 succeeds as an uplifting fantasy adventure that celebrates resilience, cultural identity, and the belief that even the most uncertain journey can lead to extraordinary growth when guided by determination and hope. Moana 2026 continues to build upon its central themes by exploring the idea that leadership is not defined by authority alone but by the willingness to serve and protect others. As the story progresses, Moana's journey becomes increasingly focused on understanding the responsibilities that come with being a future leader. The film effectively portrays her growth through a series of emotional and personal challenges that encourage her to trust her instincts while remaining connected to the values of her community. This balance between individual ambition and collective responsibility gives the narrative a strong emotional core and helps distinguish it from many traditional adventure stories. Catherine Lagaya continues to impress with a performance that captures both the determination and uncertainty of a young heroine stepping into a larger world. Her portrayal allows audiences to witness Moana's development not only as an explorer but also as someone learning how to inspire confidence in others. One of the film's strongest qualities is its ability to present courage as something that develops gradually through experience. Rather than depicting bravery as an innate trait, the story shows how confidence is built through perseverance, resilience, and the willingness to confront difficult situations. This approach makes Moana's journey feel relatable and meaningful. Dwayne Johnson once again brings tremendous energy to the role of Maui. His presence adds humor and excitement while also contributing to some of the film's most emotionally resonant moments. The relationship between Moana and Maui remains a central aspect of the story, evolving in ways that highlight themes of trust, friendship, and mutual respect. Their interactions provide both entertainment and character development, creating a partnership that remains engaging throughout the adventure. Director Thomas Kyle continues to balance large-scale spectacle with intimate emotional storytelling. His approach allows the film to maintain a sense of wonder while ensuring that the characters remain the primary focus. The pacing benefits from this balance, moving smoothly between action, humor, reflection, and emotional growth. Visually, the movie remains stunning. The ocean continues to function as more than just a setting, serving as a symbolic representation of possibility, mystery, and personal destiny. The cinematography captures the beauty and power of the natural world with remarkable effectiveness, creating images that emphasize both the grandeur of the adventure and the emotional journey taking place within it. The visual effects bring the fantasy elements to life while maintaining a sense of realism that helps audiences remain immersed in the story. The production design continues to celebrate Polynesian culture through detailed environments, traditional influences, and a strong sense of place. These elements contribute to the film's identity and help create a world that feels vibrant and authentic. The supporting characters also continue to play an important role, offering guidance, encouragement, and perspectives that influence Moana's understanding of herself and her responsibilities. The musical sequences remain an essential part of the experience, enhancing emotional moments and reinforcing the themes of self-discovery, courage, and connection. The songs help communicate ideas that words alone cannot always express, adding depth to key scenes and strengthening the film's emotional impact. Another notable aspect of Moana 2026 is its emphasis on respecting both tradition and change. The story repeatedly demonstrates that honoring one's heritage does not mean resisting growth. Instead, it suggests that understanding the past can provide the confidence needed to embrace the future. This message resonates throughout the narrative and contributes to the film's broader appeal. Through strong performances, breathtaking visuals, memorable music, engaging character relationships, and meaningful thematic exploration, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a heartfelt live-action adventure that celebrates courage, cultural identity, and the importance of believing in oneself when facing the unknown. Moana 2026 continues to impress by expanding its exploration of courage, responsibility, and self-discovery while maintaining the sense of wonder that defines the adventure. One of the film's greatest strengths is its understanding that growth often comes from stepping beyond familiar boundaries. As Moana's journey progresses, she faces situations that challenge her confidence and force her to make decisions without certainty about the outcome. These experiences gradually shape her into a stronger and more capable leader, reinforcing the idea that true leadership is earned through experience, perseverance, and compassion. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a performance that feels both sincere and inspiring. She portrays Moana as someone determined to follow her convictions while remaining deeply connected to her family, culture, and community. This balance gives the character emotional depth and allows audiences to connect with her on a personal level. The film repeatedly emphasizes that strength is not defined solely by bravery in dangerous situations but also by the willingness to listen, learn, and adapt. These qualities become central to Moana's development and help make her journey feel meaningful. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains one of the most entertaining aspects of the movie. His charisma, humor, and larger-than-life personality continue to provide energy throughout the narrative. At the same time, the film allows the character to contribute to the story in ways that extend beyond comic relief. His evolving relationship with Moana highlights themes of trust, growth, and mutual respect, creating moments that are both entertaining and emotionally rewarding. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong understanding of how to combine epic fantasy with character-driven storytelling. His direction ensures that the emotional stakes remain at the center of the adventure, even during the film's most visually spectacular sequences. This approach allows the audience to remain invested in the characters while still enjoying the excitement of the larger journey. The pacing remains effective, balancing action, humor, reflection, and emotional development in a way that keeps the story engaging. Visually, the film continues to be breathtaking. The ocean remains one of the movie's most important and memorable elements, symbolizing freedom, destiny, and the unknown possibilities that lie beyond the horizon. The cinematography captures the beauty of the natural world with remarkable elegance, presenting vast seascapes, tropical islands, and dramatic weather conditions that enhance the sense of adventure. The visual effects continue to bring the fantasy elements to life while maintaining a level of realism that supports the emotional authenticity of the story. The production design remains rich with cultural detail, helping create a world that feels vibrant and immersive. The film's respect for Polynesian traditions and influences contributes significantly to its identity, providing a strong foundation for the narrative and its themes. The supporting cast continues to enrich the story, offering perspectives and relationships that help shape Moana's understanding of her role as a leader and explorer. The musical elements remain a powerful component of the experience. The songs and score continue to support the emotional journey, enhancing moments of determination, reflection, joy, and inspiration. Music functions not only as entertainment but also as a storytelling tool that deepens the audience's connection to the characters and their experiences. One of the most meaningful themes explored in this stage of the film is the idea that the future is built by those willing to take risks while remaining true to their values. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that uncertainty should not be feared but embraced as an opportunity for growth and discovery. Through strong performances, stunning visuals, memorable music, rich cultural influences, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, curiosity, and the enduring power of believing in one's own path. Moana 2026 continues to deepen its emotional impact by focusing on the connection between personal destiny and responsibility to one's community. As Moana's adventure moves forward, the film increasingly emphasizes that leadership is not simply about making decisions but about understanding how those decisions affect others. This theme becomes one of the strongest foundations of the story, giving the narrative emotional weight while allowing Moana's character to evolve in meaningful ways. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a compelling performance that captures both the determination and compassion that define Moana. Her portrayal highlights the challenges of carrying expectations while still remaining true to her own beliefs and aspirations. Through her journey, the film explores the idea that self-confidence is built gradually through experience, resilience, and the willingness to embrace uncertainty. This message resonates strongly because it reflects a universal aspect of personal growth. Moana's development feels authentic because she is allowed to learn, adapt, and mature rather than simply succeeding without struggle. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains an essential part of the adventure, bringing humor, energy, and personality to the narrative. His interactions with Moana continue to be entertaining while also contributing to the emotional depth of the story. The relationship between the two characters demonstrates how trust can develop through shared experiences and mutual respect. Their dynamic creates a balance between lighter moments and more reflective scenes, helping maintain the film's engaging tone. Director Thomas Kyle continues to handle the material with care, ensuring that the emotional core remains intact even as the scale of the adventure expands. His direction allows the audience to appreciate both the spectacle and the personal stakes of the story. This balance is one of the film's most impressive achievements because it ensures that every major event contributes to character development rather than existing solely for visual excitement. The pacing remains effective, steadily building emotional investment while maintaining a strong sense of momentum. Visually, the movie continues to be remarkable. The ocean remains a powerful symbol throughout the narrative, representing both opportunity and challenge. The cinematography captures the beauty and unpredictability of the sea in ways that reinforce the themes of exploration and discovery. Sweeping shots of open waters and distant horizons create a sense of scale that enhances the adventure, while more intimate scenes focus on the emotional experiences of the characters. The visual effects continue to blend fantasy and realism effectively, bringing magical elements to life without losing the grounded emotional quality that defines the story. The production design remains rich and detailed, celebrating Polynesian culture through architecture, clothing, traditions, and environmental design. These elements help create a world that feels authentic and immersive, strengthening the film's identity and emotional resonance. The supporting characters continue to contribute meaningfully to the narrative, providing guidance, encouragement, and different perspectives that influence Moana's understanding of herself and her future. Music remains one of the film's strongest storytelling tools. The score and songs enhance key emotional moments, helping communicate themes of hope, courage, family, and perseverance. The musical sequences add energy and emotion while reinforcing the sense of wonder that runs throughout the adventure. One of the most inspiring ideas explored in this stage of the film is that true leaders are defined by their willingness to serve others rather than seek recognition. Moana's journey repeatedly illustrates that leadership requires empathy, patience, and the courage to make difficult choices for the benefit of the community. Through outstanding performances, beautiful visuals, meaningful themes, memorable music, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a powerful live-action adventure that celebrates cultural heritage, personal growth, and the belief that courage can guide people toward extraordinary possibilities even when the path ahead remains uncertain. Moana 2026 continues to strengthen its narrative by exploring how determination and self-belief can transform uncertainty into opportunity. As Moana's journey unfolds, the film repeatedly emphasizes that the path toward becoming a great leader is rarely simple or predictable. Instead, it is shaped by difficult choices, personal sacrifices, and a willingness to learn from every experience. This approach gives the story emotional authenticity and allows audiences to connect with Moana's growth on a deeper level. Catherine Lagaya remains outstanding in the title role, bringing warmth, intelligence, and emotional depth to every scene. Her portrayal highlights Moana's unwavering commitment to her people while also revealing the doubts and fears that naturally accompany great responsibility. This balance makes the character feel realistic and relatable, ensuring that her journey remains engaging throughout the film. One of the movie's most effective qualities is its portrayal of confidence as something that develops through perseverance rather than existing from the beginning. Moana gradually becomes more certain of her abilities because she continues moving forward despite challenges, demonstrating that courage often means acting even when the outcome is unclear. Dwayne Johnson's return as Maui continues to provide a perfect balance of humor, energy, and emotional insight. His larger-than-life personality adds excitement to the adventure, but the film also allows him to contribute to its deeper themes. The relationship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve in meaningful ways, illustrating how trust and understanding can grow through shared experiences. Their interactions remain among the most entertaining and memorable aspects of the movie, offering moments of laughter while also reinforcing important lessons about friendship and respect. Director Thomas Kyle continues to guide the story with confidence, ensuring that emotional storytelling remains at the forefront. Even as the adventure expands and introduces larger challenges, the focus never drifts far from the characters and their personal journeys. This commitment to character development helps the film maintain its emotional impact and distinguishes it from many effects-driven blockbusters. The pacing remains well-balanced, allowing moments of reflection and character growth to exist alongside exciting action and adventure sequences. Visually, the film continues to impress at every stage. The ocean remains one of the story's most powerful symbols, representing both the unknown and the limitless potential that lies beyond familiar boundaries. The cinematography captures the beauty of the sea with breathtaking imagery, using light, color, and scale to create a sense of wonder that defines much of the viewing experience. The visual effects continue to bring the film's fantasy elements to life in convincing and imaginative ways, enhancing the story without overshadowing its emotional core. The production design remains rich with cultural detail, helping create an immersive world that feels authentic and vibrant. Polynesian influences are woven throughout the environments, costumes, and traditions depicted in the film, contributing to a strong sense of identity and place. These details enrich the narrative and help make the setting feel alive. The supporting cast continues to play an important role in Moana's development, providing guidance, encouragement, and different perspectives that shape her understanding of leadership and responsibility. The music remains a central part of the experience, supporting emotional moments with both power and elegance. The songs and score continue to reinforce the film's themes while enhancing its sense of adventure and inspiration. Music becomes a bridge between the characters' emotions and the audience's experience, creating memorable moments that linger long after individual scenes have ended. One of the most meaningful ideas explored in this stage of the story is that the future is shaped by those who are willing to believe in possibilities that others cannot yet see. Moana's journey consistently demonstrates that progress requires vision, courage, and the determination to remain hopeful even during difficult circumstances. Through exceptional performances, stunning visuals, memorable music, meaningful themes, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, cultural heritage, and the power of following one's calling despite uncertainty and adversity. Moana 2026 continues to captivate audiences through its thoughtful exploration of purpose, identity, and the enduring connection between people and the world around them. As the story progresses, the film increasingly emphasizes the importance of understanding one's responsibilities while remaining true to personal convictions. Moana's journey becomes more than an adventure across the ocean. It evolves into a powerful reflection on how individuals discover their place within a larger community. Catherine Lagaya continues to shine in the lead role, delivering a performance that balances determination with emotional vulnerability. Her portrayal allows viewers to witness Moana's growth as she learns to trust both her instincts and the lessons passed down through generations. One of the most effective aspects of the film is its portrayal of growth as a continuous process. Rather than presenting success as an immediate achievement, the story demonstrates that meaningful progress often requires patience, resilience, and the courage to learn from mistakes. This perspective gives Moana's journey authenticity and emotional depth, making her accomplishments feel genuinely earned. Throughout the narrative, she is challenged to look beyond her fears and embrace opportunities that push her toward greater understanding of herself and her responsibilities. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to be an essential part of the adventure. His humor and confidence bring energy to the story, but the character also contributes to its emotional development. The evolving relationship between Maui and Moana remains one of the film's strongest elements, illustrating how mutual respect and trust can transform even the most unlikely partnerships into meaningful friendships. Their interactions provide both entertainment and valuable insight into the themes of personal growth and accountability. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong understanding of how to blend emotional storytelling with large-scale fantasy adventure. His direction ensures that every visually impressive sequence remains connected to the characters' emotional journeys. This approach allows the audience to appreciate the spectacle while staying invested in the personal stakes of the story. The pacing remains engaging, creating a natural rhythm between moments of excitement, reflection, humor, and inspiration. Visually, the film remains breathtaking. The ocean continues to function as a symbolic force throughout the narrative, representing possibility, transformation, and the call to explore beyond familiar horizons. The cinematography captures the beauty of the natural world with extraordinary detail, creating images that feel both majestic and emotionally resonant. Expansive seascapes, dramatic weather conditions, and vibrant island environments contribute to the film's sense of wonder and adventure. The visual effects continue to support the storytelling effectively, bringing magical and fantastical elements to life while preserving the grounded emotional tone that makes the story relatable. The production design remains a standout achievement, reflecting Polynesian culture through carefully crafted environments, traditions, and artistic influences. These elements contribute to a strong sense of authenticity and help establish a world that feels rich with history and meaning. The supporting characters continue to play important roles in Moana's development, offering perspectives that challenge, guide, and encourage her throughout her journey. Their presence reinforces the film's emphasis on community and collective strength. Music continues to be one of the film's most powerful storytelling tools. The score and songs enhance emotional moments while reinforcing the themes of courage, family, exploration, and self-discovery. Each musical sequence contributes to the atmosphere and emotional resonance of the narrative, helping create a memorable viewing experience. One of the film's most inspiring messages is that true leadership begins with a willingness to listen and learn. Moana's journey demonstrates that wisdom is not simply inherited but earned through experience, humility, and a genuine desire to serve others. Through outstanding performances, stunning visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and emotionally engaging storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a powerful live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, heritage, and the courage to pursue a future shaped by hope and determination. Moana 2026 continues to distinguish itself as a visually stunning and emotionally engaging adventure by focusing on the importance of perseverance when facing uncertainty. As Moana's journey develops further, the film places increasing emphasis on the idea that discovering one's purpose is often a gradual process rather than an instant revelation. This theme resonates throughout the narrative, giving the story a sense of authenticity that complements its fantasy setting. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a compelling performance, portraying Moana as a young leader whose determination is matched by her compassion and curiosity. Her ability to balance confidence with vulnerability allows audiences to connect deeply with the character, making every challenge and triumph feel meaningful. One of the most rewarding aspects of the film is the way it portrays personal growth through experience. Moana is constantly encouraged to look beyond immediate obstacles and consider the larger impact of her choices. These moments reinforce the film's message that leadership requires patience, understanding, and the courage to remain hopeful even when answers are not immediately available. The narrative consistently highlights the value of resilience, showing that progress is often achieved through persistence rather than perfection. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains an entertaining and dynamic presence throughout the story. His humor and confidence continue to provide energy, but the character also contributes significantly to the emotional depth of the film. The evolving friendship between Maui and Moana remains one of the strongest elements of the narrative. Their partnership demonstrates how mutual respect can grow through shared experiences, creating a relationship that feels both authentic and rewarding. Director Thomas Kyle continues to balance large-scale adventure with intimate character development. His direction ensures that the emotional journeys of the characters remain central to the story even as the scope expands. This balance helps maintain audience investment and allows the film to succeed as both an exciting fantasy adventure and a meaningful coming-of-age story. The pacing remains effective, alternating naturally between moments of action, reflection, humor, and inspiration. Visually, the movie remains extraordinary. The ocean continues to serve as a powerful symbol of possibility and transformation, representing the unknown opportunities that await those willing to embrace change. The cinematography captures the beauty and majesty of the natural world with breathtaking detail, creating memorable images that enhance the sense of wonder. Vast horizons, shimmering waters, and vibrant island landscapes combine to create an immersive experience that draws audiences into the story. The visual effects continue to support the fantasy elements while maintaining a level of realism that strengthens the emotional connection to the characters and their journey. The production design remains exceptional, celebrating Polynesian culture through carefully crafted environments, traditional influences, and artistic details that enrich the world of the film. These cultural elements provide depth and authenticity, helping create a setting that feels both magical and grounded. The supporting characters continue to contribute meaningfully to the narrative, offering wisdom, encouragement, and perspectives that influence Moana's development as a leader and explorer. Music remains one of the film's defining strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate key moments, enhancing both the emotional and adventurous aspects of the story. The musical sequences reinforce themes of courage, identity, family, and hope, creating memorable experiences that resonate long after the scenes have ended. One of the most powerful ideas explored in this stage of the film is that true confidence comes not from knowing every answer but from trusting oneself enough to keep moving forward despite uncertainty. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that growth often occurs when individuals step beyond their comfort zones and embrace new possibilities. Through outstanding performances, remarkable visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates self-discovery, resilience, and the belief that the horizon always holds the promise of something extraordinary for those brave enough to follow it. Moana 2026 continues to build on its emotional and thematic strengths by exploring how courage and responsibility evolve together. As Moana's journey progresses, the film increasingly focuses on the challenges of balancing personal dreams with the needs of a larger community. This tension gives the story depth and allows the audience to see how leadership requires more than confidence or determination. It demands empathy, patience, and the willingness to make difficult choices for the benefit of others. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a heartfelt and engaging performance that captures every aspect of Moana's growth. Her portrayal reflects a young woman who remains deeply connected to her roots while also embracing the opportunities and uncertainties that come with exploring beyond familiar boundaries. One of the film's greatest achievements is its ability to present self-discovery as an ongoing journey rather than a final destination. Moana's experiences continually challenge her assumptions and encourage her to expand her understanding of herself and the world around her. These moments of growth feel authentic because they are earned through perseverance and reflection rather than simple success. The narrative repeatedly reinforces the idea that true strength comes from the ability to adapt and learn without losing sight of one's values. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains an important source of energy and entertainment. His humor and confidence continue to provide some of the movie's most enjoyable moments, but the film also allows the character to contribute to its deeper emotional themes. The friendship between Maui and Moana grows stronger through shared experiences and mutual respect, creating a partnership that feels meaningful and believable. Their interactions often highlight the importance of trust and understanding, reinforcing the film's message that meaningful relationships can help individuals overcome even the most difficult obstacles. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong command of storytelling by maintaining a careful balance between spectacle and emotion. Every major sequence serves a purpose within the narrative, contributing not only to the excitement of the adventure but also to the development of the characters. This approach helps the film maintain emotional resonance while still delivering the visual excitement audiences expect from a large-scale fantasy adventure. The pacing remains effective, allowing moments of reflection to coexist naturally with scenes of action and exploration. Visually, the film remains breathtaking. The ocean continues to symbolize possibility, change, and personal growth, serving as both a physical setting and a thematic element throughout the story. The cinematography captures the beauty of the sea and surrounding landscapes with remarkable artistry, creating images that communicate both grandeur and emotional meaning. The visual effects remain impressive, bringing the fantasy elements to life while preserving the emotional realism that makes the story so engaging. The production design continues to celebrate Polynesian culture through detailed environments, traditional influences, and artistic craftsmanship. These elements enrich the world of the film and provide a strong cultural foundation that enhances its authenticity. The supporting characters remain valuable contributors to the narrative, offering guidance, wisdom, and emotional support that influence Moana's understanding of leadership and responsibility. Music continues to be one of the film's most powerful storytelling tools. The score and songs add emotional depth to key scenes while reinforcing the central themes of courage, family, identity, and hope. The musical moments help create an atmosphere that feels both inspiring and emotionally resonant, strengthening the audience's connection to the story. One of the most meaningful ideas explored during this stage of the film is that true leadership involves helping others discover their own strength. Moana's journey increasingly demonstrates that inspiring people often has a greater impact than simply solving problems for them. Through exceptional performances, stunning visuals, memorable music, rich cultural influences, and thoughtful storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a moving and uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, community, and the power of believing in oneself even when the future remains uncertain. Moana 2026 continues to resonate through its heartfelt exploration of growth, responsibility, and the enduring bond between people and their heritage. As the adventure progresses, the film places greater emphasis on the idea that every generation must find its own path while still honoring the lessons of the past. This balance between tradition and progress becomes one of the story's most compelling themes, giving Moana's journey additional emotional depth. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a powerful and sincere performance, portraying a heroine who is gradually learning that leadership involves more than bravery. It requires wisdom, patience, and the ability to inspire confidence in others during moments of uncertainty. Her performance allows audiences to witness Moana's transformation in a way that feels natural and emotionally rewarding. One of the film's strongest qualities is its portrayal of perseverance. Rather than presenting success as something easily achieved, the story consistently demonstrates that meaningful accomplishments often require persistence, sacrifice, and the willingness to face setbacks. Moana's determination remains one of her defining characteristics, but the narrative also highlights her growing understanding of empathy and cooperation. Through her experiences, she learns that even the strongest individuals benefit from listening to others and embracing different perspectives. This lesson contributes significantly to her development and reinforces the film's broader message about community and shared responsibility. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to bring humor, charm, and energy to the story. His larger-than-life personality remains entertaining, but the film also allows him to contribute to the emotional journey in meaningful ways. The friendship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve, reflecting a relationship built on trust, respect, and mutual growth. Their interactions provide some of the film's most memorable moments because they combine humor with genuine emotional connection. Director Thomas Kyle continues to guide the narrative with confidence, maintaining a strong balance between character-driven storytelling and epic fantasy adventure. His direction ensures that every visually impressive sequence serves the emotional and thematic goals of the story. This approach helps the film remain engaging on multiple levels, appealing both to audiences seeking spectacle and those looking for meaningful character development. The pacing remains steady and effective, allowing important emotional moments to breathe while still maintaining a sense of momentum and excitement. Visually, the film continues to be extraordinary. The ocean remains a central symbol throughout the narrative, representing possibility, destiny, and the courage required to embrace the unknown. The cinematography captures the beauty of the natural world with breathtaking imagery, creating a sense of wonder that enhances every stage of the journey. Expansive ocean vistas, vibrant island environments, and dramatic atmospheric conditions contribute to a visual experience that feels both grand and immersive. The visual effects continue to blend fantasy with realism, bringing magical elements to life while preserving the emotional authenticity of the story. The production design remains rich in cultural detail, celebrating Polynesian traditions through architecture, costumes, art, and environmental design. These elements strengthen the film's identity and create a setting that feels both vibrant and meaningful. The supporting characters continue to enrich the narrative by providing guidance, support, and valuable perspectives that help shape Moana's understanding of her role within the community. Music remains one of the film's defining strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments, reinforcing themes of courage, family, heritage, and self-discovery. Each musical sequence contributes to the atmosphere and emotional resonance of the story, helping create memorable experiences that remain with the audience long after the film ends. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true progress comes from respecting where we come from while remaining open to where we can go. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that honoring tradition does not require resisting change. Instead, the two can work together to create a stronger future. Through exceptional performances, stunning visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and emotionally engaging storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a powerful live-action adventure that celebrates hope, resilience, and the courage to follow one's own path while carrying the wisdom of previous generations. Moana 2026 continues to expand its emotional scope by exploring how personal growth often emerges from the willingness to embrace responsibility even when the future remains uncertain. As Moana's journey progresses, the film increasingly emphasizes that leadership is not about having complete control over every situation but about remaining steadfast when faced with challenges that test one's character. This idea becomes a central pillar of the narrative, allowing the story to examine courage from a perspective that feels both inspiring and relatable. Catherine Lagaya continues to excel in the lead role, bringing sincerity, determination, and emotional intelligence to every stage of Moana's development. Her performance captures the complexity of a young leader learning to trust her instincts while also recognizing the value of listening to others. This balance helps make Moana a compelling protagonist whose growth feels genuine and earned. One of the most impressive aspects of the film is its ability to portray uncertainty as an opportunity rather than a weakness. Throughout the story, Moana encounters situations that challenge her confidence and force her to reconsider what she believes about herself and her abilities. Rather than avoiding these moments, the narrative embraces them as essential steps in her journey toward maturity. This approach reinforces the message that growth often occurs when individuals step beyond familiar boundaries and allow themselves to learn from experience. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to bring charisma and humor to the adventure while also contributing to its deeper emotional themes. His interactions with Moana remain among the most engaging elements of the film because they combine entertainment with meaningful character development. Their friendship evolves naturally through shared challenges and experiences, demonstrating how trust is built through understanding and mutual respect. These moments provide emotional depth while also maintaining the sense of fun and adventure that defines much of the movie's appeal. Director Thomas Kyle continues to balance large-scale fantasy elements with intimate character-driven storytelling. His direction ensures that every major sequence serves a purpose within the larger emotional journey, preventing the spectacle from overshadowing the characters at the heart of the narrative. This careful balance allows the film to remain emotionally engaging while still delivering visually impressive moments of adventure and discovery. The pacing continues to work effectively, moving between action, reflection, humor, and inspiration with a natural rhythm that keeps audiences invested. Visually, the movie remains extraordinary. The ocean continues to function as both a setting and a symbol, representing the limitless possibilities that await those willing to pursue their dreams. The cinematography captures the beauty of the sea and surrounding landscapes with remarkable artistry, creating images that communicate wonder, freedom, and transformation. The visual effects continue to support the fantasy elements without sacrificing emotional authenticity, helping create a world that feels magical yet believable. The production design remains rich with cultural detail, drawing inspiration from Polynesian traditions and aesthetics to create environments that feel vibrant, authentic, and meaningful. These elements contribute significantly to the film's identity and help strengthen its emotional connection to themes of heritage and community. The supporting characters continue to play important roles in Moana's journey, offering wisdom, encouragement, and alternative perspectives that influence her understanding of leadership and responsibility. Music remains one of the film's most powerful storytelling tools. The score and songs continue to enhance emotional moments while reinforcing the themes of family, courage, identity, and hope. The musical sequences provide both energy and emotional resonance, helping create memorable experiences that deepen the audience's connection to the story. One of the most meaningful themes explored during this stage of the film is the idea that true leadership begins with a willingness to serve others rather than seeking recognition for oneself. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that genuine influence comes from compassion, understanding, and a commitment to helping people reach their potential. Through outstanding performances, breathtaking visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and thoughtful storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, self-discovery, and the belief that even the most uncertain journeys can lead to extraordinary destinations when guided by courage and purpose. Moana 2026 continues to strengthen its emotional impact by exploring the relationship between personal ambition and collective responsibility. As the adventure progresses, the film repeatedly demonstrates that leadership is not simply about charting a course toward a destination but about ensuring that others feel supported and inspired along the way. This theme becomes increasingly important as Moana's journey evolves, providing the narrative with a deeper sense of purpose. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a performance filled with warmth, determination, and authenticity. Her portrayal captures a young woman who is learning that true confidence comes not from avoiding uncertainty but from facing it with courage and conviction. This perspective allows the audience to connect with Moana's experiences on a personal level, making her growth feel meaningful and relatable. One of the film's most effective qualities is its understanding that self-discovery is rarely a solitary process. Throughout the story, Moana's interactions with family, friends, and mentors help shape her understanding of who she is and what she hopes to achieve. These relationships provide emotional depth and reinforce the idea that personal growth often emerges through connection with others. The narrative consistently emphasizes that wisdom can come from many sources and that listening is just as important as leading. This message gives the story a sense of maturity while strengthening its broader themes about community and shared experience. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains a standout presence whose humor, confidence, and unpredictability continue to energize the adventure. At the same time, the film allows the character to contribute to its emotional core. His evolving friendship with Moana remains one of the movie's most rewarding aspects, illustrating how mutual respect and understanding can transform individuals and help them become better versions of themselves. Their partnership continues to provide a balance of humor and heartfelt emotion that enriches the narrative. Director Thomas Kyle maintains a strong command of tone, ensuring that the film's emotional and adventurous elements complement one another. His direction allows moments of reflection to coexist naturally with scenes of excitement and exploration. This balance helps the story maintain momentum while also giving audiences the opportunity to appreciate the characters' emotional journeys. The pacing remains steady and engaging, gradually building toward greater emotional and thematic complexity without losing the sense of wonder that defines the adventure. Visually, the film remains exceptional. The ocean continues to serve as a powerful symbol of possibility, representing both the challenges and opportunities that accompany personal growth. The cinematography captures the beauty and scale of the natural world with breathtaking imagery, creating a sense of immersion that enhances the story's emotional impact. Vast horizons, vibrant island landscapes, and dynamic ocean environments contribute to a visual experience that feels both grand and intimate. The visual effects continue to support the narrative by bringing its fantasy elements to life while preserving the emotional realism that keeps the audience invested in the characters. The production design remains rich with cultural influences that celebrate Polynesian traditions and heritage. These details help create a world that feels authentic and meaningful, strengthening the film's identity while providing valuable context for its themes. The supporting characters continue to play significant roles in Moana's development, offering encouragement, guidance, and perspectives that challenge her to grow as both a person and a leader. Music remains one of the film's defining strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate key moments, reinforcing themes of hope, courage, family, and self-discovery. The emotional power of the music helps create memorable scenes that resonate long after they have ended. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the story is that true success is measured not only by personal achievement but also by the positive impact one has on others. Moana's journey consistently demonstrates that leadership is most effective when it empowers people to believe in themselves and work together toward a shared future. Through remarkable performances, stunning visuals, memorable music, meaningful cultural representation, and emotionally rich storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the courage to embrace new possibilities while remaining connected to one's roots. Moana 2026 continues to build upon its strongest themes by exploring how faith in oneself can become a source of strength for an entire community. As the narrative progresses, the film increasingly focuses on the influence that individual choices can have on the lives of others. Moana's journey is no longer simply about discovering who she is, it is also about understanding how her actions inspire confidence, hope, and determination in the people around her. This evolution gives the story additional emotional depth and reinforces the idea that leadership is ultimately about service rather than recognition. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver an impressive performance that captures every stage of Moana's development. Her portrayal combines courage, curiosity, compassion, and resilience, creating a character who feels both heroic and relatable. One of the most effective aspects of the film is the way it presents growth as an ongoing process. Moana continues to learn from her experiences, demonstrating that maturity comes not from having all the answers but from remaining open to new perspectives and opportunities. This message resonates throughout the narrative and helps make her journey feel authentic. The film repeatedly emphasizes that true confidence is built through perseverance and self-belief rather than external validation. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains an important part of the adventure, bringing humor, energy, and personality to the story. His presence continues to provide some of the movie's most entertaining moments, but the character also contributes meaningfully to its emotional themes. The friendship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve, highlighting the importance of trust, accountability, and mutual respect. Their interactions help illustrate the film's broader message that personal growth often occurs through meaningful relationships and shared experiences. Director Thomas Kyle continues to balance emotional storytelling with large-scale fantasy adventure in a way that feels natural and engaging. His direction ensures that the characters remain the focus of the narrative even during visually spectacular sequences. This approach helps maintain emotional investment while allowing the audience to enjoy the excitement and wonder of the journey. The pacing remains effective, providing space for both character development and adventurous exploration without sacrificing momentum. Visually, the film continues to impress through its breathtaking cinematography and detailed visual effects. The ocean remains a central symbol throughout the story, representing possibility, change, and the courage required to pursue an uncertain future. The imagery consistently reinforces the themes of exploration and self-discovery, creating a visual experience that feels both inspiring and emotionally resonant. The visual effects continue to bring magical elements to life while preserving the grounded emotional quality that defines the film. The production design remains rich with cultural authenticity, drawing upon Polynesian traditions, artistic influences, and environmental details to create a world that feels vibrant and meaningful. These elements strengthen the film's identity and contribute to its emotional impact. The supporting characters continue to play important roles in shaping Moana's understanding of leadership and responsibility, offering perspectives that encourage reflection and growth. Music remains one of the movie's greatest strengths. The score and songs continue to support key emotional moments while reinforcing themes of courage, family, heritage, and hope. The musical elements help create a sense of continuity throughout the journey, enhancing both the emotional and adventurous aspects of the story. One of the most powerful ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true leaders create opportunities for others to succeed rather than seeking personal glory. Moana's experiences repeatedly demonstrate that inspiring people can have a lasting impact that extends far beyond any single achievement. Through outstanding performances, spectacular visuals, memorable music, meaningful cultural representation, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, community, and the belief that courage and compassion can guide individuals toward a brighter future for everyone around them. Moana 2026 continues to evolve into a rich and emotionally rewarding adventure by placing greater emphasis on the connection between identity and responsibility. As Moana's journey advances, the film explores how personal growth often requires balancing individual aspirations with the expectations and needs of a larger community. This theme gives the story a sense of maturity and allows the narrative to resonate on multiple levels. Rather than portraying leadership as a position of authority, the movie consistently presents it as a commitment to understanding, supporting, and guiding others. Catherine Lagaya remains the heart of the film, delivering a performance filled with sincerity, determination, and emotional depth. Her portrayal of Moana continues to highlight the character's courage while also acknowledging the uncertainty that accompanies meaningful change. Through her experiences, the audience sees a young leader gradually learning that strength comes not only from confidence but also from humility and the willingness to learn from others. One of the film's most compelling qualities is its portrayal of growth as a continuous journey. Moana is never presented as someone who has all the answers. Instead, she develops through reflection, experience, and the courage to face challenges directly. This approach helps make her character relatable and reinforces the movie's broader message that personal development requires patience and perseverance. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to provide a perfect balance of humor and emotional insight. His larger-than-life personality brings energy to the adventure, while his interactions with Moana contribute significantly to the film's emotional core. Their friendship continues to grow through mutual respect and shared experiences, creating a dynamic that feels authentic and engaging. The relationship between the two characters remains one of the strongest aspects of the story because it demonstrates how trust can be built through cooperation, understanding, and accountability. Director Thomas Kyle continues to handle the material with confidence, maintaining a careful balance between emotional storytelling and epic fantasy spectacle. His direction ensures that the film's visual grandeur never overshadows the personal journeys of the characters. This commitment to character-driven storytelling helps create a narrative that feels both exciting and meaningful. The pacing remains strong, allowing moments of introspection and emotional development to coexist naturally with scenes of exploration and adventure. Visually, the film remains extraordinary. The ocean continues to serve as a powerful symbol throughout the narrative, representing opportunity, transformation, and the unknown possibilities that await beyond familiar horizons. The cinematography captures these ideas through breathtaking imagery that emphasizes both the beauty and unpredictability of nature. Expansive ocean views, vibrant tropical environments, and dynamic weather effects combine to create a visual experience filled with wonder and immersion. The visual effects continue to support the fantasy elements of the story while maintaining a grounded emotional reality that strengthens the audience's connection to the characters. The production design remains a remarkable achievement, celebrating Polynesian culture through detailed environments, traditional influences, and artistic craftsmanship. These elements help create a world that feels authentic and deeply connected to the themes of heritage and community. The supporting characters continue to enrich the narrative by offering wisdom, encouragement, and alternative perspectives that contribute to Moana's understanding of leadership and purpose. Music remains one of the film's most powerful storytelling tools. The score and songs continue to enhance emotional moments while reinforcing the themes of family, identity, courage, and hope. The musical sequences help create memorable emotional experiences that elevate the story and deepen its impact. One of the most inspiring messages explored during this stage of the film is that leadership is not about being followed but about helping others find the confidence to move forward themselves. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that lasting influence comes from empowering people and encouraging them to believe in their own potential. Through exceptional performances, stunning visuals, memorable music, meaningful cultural representation, and emotionally resonant storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, wisdom, and the enduring power of hope when combined with courage and compassion. Moana 2026 continues to strengthen its emotional and thematic foundation by examining how true leadership develops through experience, empathy, and an unwavering commitment to helping others. As the story moves forward, Moana's journey becomes increasingly focused on understanding that every choice carries consequences not only for herself but also for the people who place their trust in her. This realization adds new layers to her character and allows the film to explore leadership from a thoughtful and mature perspective. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a captivating performance, portraying Moana as a young woman whose courage is matched by her compassion and sense of responsibility. Her performance remains one of the movie's greatest strengths because it captures both the confidence of a determined explorer and the vulnerability of someone still learning how to navigate an unpredictable world. This balance makes her character feel authentic and emotionally engaging throughout the adventure. One of the most effective aspects of the film is its portrayal of perseverance. Rather than presenting obstacles as simple challenges to overcome, the narrative uses them as opportunities for reflection and growth. Moana repeatedly learns that progress often requires patience, adaptability, and the willingness to trust herself even when circumstances seem uncertain. These experiences reinforce the film's broader message that success is rarely achieved through strength alone but through resilience and a commitment to continuous learning. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains a dynamic and entertaining presence whose charisma and humor continue to bring energy to the story. At the same time, the character contributes meaningfully to the emotional journey. His relationship with Moana continues to evolve in ways that highlight mutual respect, friendship, and personal accountability. Their interactions remain among the most enjoyable elements of the film because they combine heartfelt emotion with moments of humor and adventure. Through their partnership, the story explores how trust is built through shared experiences and a willingness to support one another during difficult times. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong understanding of how to balance intimate character development with large-scale fantasy storytelling. His direction ensures that emotional moments remain impactful while allowing the adventure to maintain its sense of excitement and wonder. This balance helps the film appeal to audiences seeking both emotional depth and visual spectacle. The pacing remains effective, creating a rhythm that allows character growth, exploration, humor, and action to complement one another naturally. Visually, the movie continues to impress through its breathtaking cinematography and stunning visual effects. The ocean remains one of the film's most important symbols, representing freedom, possibility, and the courage required to embrace change. The imagery consistently reinforces these themes through sweeping vistas, vibrant island environments, and dramatic natural landscapes. Every visual element contributes to the sense of adventure that defines the story while also supporting its emotional core. The production design remains exceptional, drawing inspiration from Polynesian culture and traditions to create a world that feels vibrant, authentic, and deeply meaningful. These cultural influences enrich the narrative and help strengthen its themes of heritage, identity, and community. The supporting characters continue to play significant roles in Moana's journey, providing guidance, encouragement, and perspectives that influence her understanding of leadership and purpose. Music remains one of the film's defining strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate key moments, enhancing the emotional resonance of the story while reinforcing themes of hope, family, courage, and self-discovery. The musical sequences help create memorable experiences that remain with the audience long after the scenes have ended. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true leadership is measured not by personal achievement but by the positive impact one has on others. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that the greatest leaders inspire people to believe in themselves and work together toward a shared future. Through remarkable performances, stunning visuals, memorable music, meaningful cultural representation, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a powerful live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the belief that courage and compassion can create lasting change in the world around us. Moana 2026 continues to build toward a powerful emotional payoff by further exploring the relationship between identity, responsibility, and the legacy that individuals leave behind through their actions. As the narrative progresses, the film increasingly focuses on the idea that true leadership is measured not by personal achievements but by the positive impact one has on the lives of others. This theme becomes especially significant as Moana's journey reaches a stage where her experiences begin to influence not only her own future but also the future of the people who look to her for guidance and inspiration. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver an exceptional performance that anchors the film's emotional core. Her portrayal of Moana reflects a character who has grown considerably through her experiences while remaining faithful to the compassion, curiosity, and determination that have defined her from the beginning. One of the most effective aspects of the film is the way it portrays maturity as a process of gaining perspective rather than simply gaining confidence. Moana's growth is reflected in her increasing ability to understand the needs of others, consider the consequences of her actions, and make decisions that balance personal conviction with collective responsibility. These qualities make her development feel authentic and meaningful. The film consistently reinforces the idea that wisdom comes from experience, reflection, and a willingness to remain open to learning. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to bring energy, humor, and emotional depth to the story. His presence remains one of the film's most entertaining elements, but the character also plays an important role in supporting the narrative's broader themes. The friendship between Maui and Moana has evolved into a relationship built on trust, mutual respect, and shared understanding. Their interactions continue to provide moments of humor and emotional resonance while demonstrating the importance of supporting one another through life's challenges. Director Thomas Kyle continues to guide the story with confidence, maintaining a balance between intimate character moments and large-scale fantasy adventure. His direction ensures that every visually impressive sequence remains connected to the emotional journeys of the characters. This approach helps create a narrative that feels cohesive and emotionally satisfying while still delivering the spectacle audiences expect from a major adventure film. The pacing remains effective, allowing important emotional developments to unfold naturally while maintaining a strong sense of momentum and discovery. Visually, the movie continues to be breathtaking. The ocean remains a central symbol throughout the narrative, representing growth, possibility, and the courage required to embrace change. The cinematography captures these ideas through stunning imagery that highlights both the beauty and unpredictability of nature. Sweeping ocean vistas, vibrant island environments, and dramatic natural phenomena contribute to a visual experience that feels immersive and inspiring. The visual effects continue to enhance the fantasy elements of the story while preserving the emotional authenticity that keeps audiences connected to the characters. The production design remains rich with cultural influences that celebrate Polynesian traditions, heritage, and artistic expression. These details contribute significantly to the film's sense of identity and help create a world that feels vibrant, meaningful, and deeply rooted in its cultural inspirations. The supporting characters continue to enrich the narrative by offering guidance, encouragement, and perspectives that help shape Moana's understanding of leadership, purpose, and community. Music remains one of the film's greatest strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments while reinforcing themes of courage, family, heritage, and self-discovery. These musical elements create memorable experiences that deepen the audience's emotional connection to the story. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that the legacy a person leaves behind is defined not by fame or recognition but by the lives they touch and the hope they inspire in others. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that meaningful change begins when individuals choose to act with courage, compassion, and integrity. Through outstanding performances, stunning visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, community, and the enduring power of hope to shape a better future for generations to come. Moana 2026 continues to reinforce its most powerful themes by examining how courage, wisdom, and compassion work together to create meaningful leadership. As the story moves forward, the film increasingly emphasizes that the journey toward understanding oneself never truly ends. Instead, every experience adds a new layer of perspective, helping individuals become better equipped to face future challenges. This idea becomes central to Moana's development, allowing the audience to witness not only her growth as an explorer but also her transformation into someone capable of inspiring others through her actions and example. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a performance filled with authenticity and emotional depth. Her portrayal captures the balance between confidence and humility that defines Moana's character. Throughout the narrative, she demonstrates that true strength comes from remaining open to learning, even after achieving important successes. This willingness to grow helps make the character relatable and reinforces the film's message that leadership is an ongoing process rather than a final achievement. One of the movie's greatest strengths is its exploration of resilience. Moana repeatedly encounters situations that require patience, adaptability, and determination. Rather than presenting these challenges as obstacles designed solely to create tension, the film uses them as opportunities to highlight the importance of perseverance and self-belief. Each experience contributes to Moana's understanding of herself and her responsibilities, creating a character arc that feels both realistic and inspiring. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to bring energy and charisma to the adventure. His humor remains a major source of entertainment, but the film also allows the character to contribute to its deeper emotional themes. The friendship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve in meaningful ways, demonstrating how trust and mutual respect can strengthen over time. Their interactions remain among the most memorable aspects of the story because they balance humor, wisdom, and emotional honesty. Through their relationship, the film explores the value of supporting others while also remaining accountable for one's own choices. Director Thomas Kyle continues to excel at balancing intimate emotional storytelling with large-scale fantasy adventure. His direction ensures that the film's visual spectacle remains connected to the emotional journeys of the characters. Every major sequence serves both a narrative and thematic purpose, helping create a story that feels cohesive and emotionally engaging. The pacing remains strong, allowing moments of reflection and character development to coexist naturally with scenes of exploration and excitement. Visually, the movie remains extraordinary. The ocean continues to function as one of the film's most powerful symbols, representing possibility, growth, and the courage required to embrace the unknown. The cinematography captures these ideas through breathtaking imagery that highlights the beauty and scale of the natural world. Expansive seascapes, vibrant island environments, and dramatic atmospheric effects create a visual experience that feels immersive and inspiring. The visual effects continue to support the fantasy elements effectively, helping bring the story's magical components to life while preserving emotional authenticity. The production design remains a standout achievement, drawing heavily from Polynesian culture and traditions to create a world that feels rich with identity and meaning. These details strengthen the film's themes of heritage, community, and belonging. The supporting characters continue to contribute valuable perspectives that help shape Moana's understanding of leadership and responsibility. Music remains one of the film's defining strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments while reinforcing themes of family, courage, self-discovery, and hope. These musical elements enhance the storytelling and help create memorable emotional experiences for the audience. One of the most meaningful ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that the greatest leaders do not seek to stand above others but strive to help everyone move forward together. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that lasting influence comes from empathy, understanding, and a commitment to helping others succeed. Through exceptional performances, breathtaking visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and emotionally resonant storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the enduring power of hope to guide individuals and communities toward a brighter future. Moana 2026 continues to expand its emotional and thematic scope by exploring how individuals grow when they learn to balance personal aspirations with their responsibilities to others. As the narrative progresses, the film increasingly emphasizes that true leadership is not about being the strongest person in the room but about inspiring confidence, cooperation, and hope among those who look to you for guidance. This message becomes one of the story's defining strengths, giving Moana's journey a universal appeal that resonates across generations. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver an outstanding performance, portraying Moana as a young woman whose courage is matched by her empathy and determination. Her performance captures the character's evolving understanding of what it means to serve a community while remaining true to herself. Rather than presenting leadership as a position of authority, the film portrays it as a responsibility rooted in compassion, patience, and a willingness to listen. These ideas contribute significantly to Moana's development and make her journey feel emotionally authentic. One of the most compelling aspects of the film is its focus on self-discovery through experience. Moana's growth comes not from having all the answers but from her willingness to learn from every challenge she encounters. The narrative consistently reinforces the idea that mistakes and setbacks are valuable opportunities for growth rather than signs of failure. This perspective gives the story a sense of maturity and encourages audiences to view adversity as a natural part of personal development. Through perseverance and reflection, Moana gradually becomes a more confident and capable leader, demonstrating that wisdom is built through experience rather than inherited automatically. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains one of the film's most entertaining and memorable characters. His humor and larger-than-life personality continue to provide energy and excitement, but the character also contributes meaningfully to the story's emotional themes. The friendship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve, illustrating how mutual respect and trust can strengthen over time. Their interactions offer both humor and emotional depth, creating a dynamic that remains engaging throughout the adventure. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong understanding of how to blend character-driven storytelling with large-scale fantasy adventure. His direction ensures that the emotional journeys of the characters remain central to the narrative, even during the most visually spectacular moments. This balance allows the film to maintain its emotional resonance while still delivering the excitement and wonder expected from a major fantasy production. The pacing remains effective, moving naturally between moments of action, reflection, humor, and inspiration. Visually, the movie continues to be breathtaking. The ocean remains a central symbol throughout the story, representing opportunity, transformation, and the courage required to explore the unknown. The cinematography captures the beauty and power of nature with remarkable artistry, creating imagery that reinforces the film's themes while enhancing its sense of adventure. The visual effects continue to bring the fantasy elements to life in ways that feel immersive and believable, helping create a world filled with wonder and possibility. The production design remains rich with cultural authenticity, drawing inspiration from Polynesian traditions and artistic influences to create environments that feel vibrant and meaningful. These details strengthen the film's identity and contribute to its emotional impact. The supporting characters continue to play important roles in Moana's development, offering guidance, encouragement, and different perspectives that challenge her to grow. Music remains one of the movie's most powerful strengths. The score and songs continue to enhance emotional moments while reinforcing themes of courage, family, heritage, and hope. The musical sequences provide emotional depth and help create memorable experiences that resonate with audiences long after the film concludes. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true success is measured not by personal accomplishments but by the positive influence one has on the lives of others. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that leadership is most meaningful when it empowers people to believe in themselves and work together toward a shared future. Through exceptional performances, breathtaking visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a powerful live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, community, and the enduring belief that hope and determination can inspire lasting change. Moana 2026 continues to strengthen its emotional core by emphasizing the importance of understanding one's purpose while remaining connected to the people and traditions that provide a sense of identity. As the story progresses, the film increasingly explores how responsibility and freedom can coexist, showing that pursuing new horizons does not require abandoning the values that shaped an individual. This idea becomes one of the narrative's most meaningful themes, giving Moana's journey a level of depth that resonates beyond the adventure itself. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a remarkable performance that captures both the confidence and humility of a character who is learning to navigate increasingly complex responsibilities. Her portrayal remains engaging because it presents Moana as someone who grows through experience rather than certainty. The audience witnesses her learning to trust her instincts while also recognizing the value of patience, reflection, and collaboration. These qualities make her development feel authentic and reinforce the film's broader message that leadership is built through service and understanding rather than status or authority. One of the most effective aspects of the movie is its exploration of how personal growth often emerges from unexpected challenges. Moana repeatedly encounters situations that encourage her to look beyond immediate solutions and consider the long-term impact of her decisions. These moments add maturity to the narrative and help demonstrate that wisdom is earned through perseverance and thoughtful action. The film consistently highlights the importance of maintaining hope during uncertain times, suggesting that optimism becomes most powerful when paired with determination and responsibility. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to bring energy, humor, and personality to the adventure. His presence remains a major source of entertainment, but the character also contributes significantly to the emotional themes of the story. The friendship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve, becoming a powerful example of how trust and mutual respect can strengthen relationships over time. Their interactions remain among the film's most memorable moments because they combine humor, emotional honesty, and meaningful character development. Director Thomas Kyle continues to balance large-scale fantasy storytelling with intimate emotional moments. His direction ensures that the film's visual spectacle never overshadows the personal journeys of its characters. Every major sequence contributes to the narrative's emotional and thematic goals, creating a cohesive experience that feels both exciting and meaningful. The pacing remains strong, allowing the story to explore important ideas while maintaining a steady sense of momentum and adventure. Visually, the movie remains extraordinary. The ocean continues to function as a central symbol of possibility, transformation, and discovery. The cinematography captures the beauty of the natural world with breathtaking precision, creating imagery that enhances both the emotional and visual dimensions of the story. Vast ocean landscapes, vibrant island settings, and dynamic environmental details help create a world that feels alive and full of wonder. The visual effects continue to blend fantasy and realism effectively, bringing magical elements to life while preserving the emotional authenticity that keeps audiences invested in the characters. The production design remains a standout achievement, celebrating Polynesian culture through detailed environments, artistic influences, and traditional elements that enrich the film's world building. These cultural details help establish a strong sense of identity and contribute to the authenticity of the narrative. The supporting characters continue to play meaningful roles in Moana's development, offering wisdom, encouragement, and perspectives that challenge her to grow as both a leader and an individual. Music remains one of the film's greatest strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments and reinforce the themes of family, courage, heritage, and self-discovery. These musical elements help create a powerful emotional connection between the audience and the story. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true leadership involves helping others recognize their own potential. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that lasting influence comes from empowering people rather than seeking personal recognition. Through exceptional performances, stunning visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and emotionally rich storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the belief that courage combined with compassion can create positive change for generations to come. Moana 2026 continues to demonstrate why character-driven storytelling remains one of the most effective foundations for a fantasy adventure. As the film moves deeper into its narrative, the focus increasingly shifts toward the idea that growth is not measured solely by achievements but by the wisdom gained through experience. Moana's journey becomes a reflection of how individuals learn to balance personal ambitions with responsibilities to their families, communities, and traditions. This thematic depth gives the movie an emotional richness that extends beyond its breathtaking visuals and adventurous spirit. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a performance filled with sincerity and emotional strength. Her portrayal captures Moana's evolution from a curious explorer into a more confident and thoughtful leader. What makes her character particularly compelling is that she never loses the humility and compassion that define her. The film repeatedly shows that leadership is not about commanding others but about understanding them, supporting them, and helping them believe in their own potential. These lessons contribute significantly to Moana's development and reinforce the movie's central message that true influence comes from empathy rather than authority. One of the most rewarding aspects of the film is its emphasis on resilience. Moana's challenges are not simply obstacles standing in the way of success, they are opportunities for growth and self-reflection. Each experience teaches her something new about herself and the world around her. This gradual process of learning and adaptation makes her journey feel authentic and relatable. The narrative consistently reminds audiences that courage is not the absence of fear but the decision to move forward despite uncertainty. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains a charismatic and entertaining presence whose energy continues to enhance the story. His friendship with Moana has evolved into one of the film's strongest emotional anchors. Through their interactions, the movie explores themes of trust, accountability, and mutual respect. Their partnership demonstrates that meaningful relationships are built through shared experiences and a willingness to support one another during difficult times. These moments provide both humor and emotional depth, creating a balance that enriches the overall narrative. Director Thomas Kyle continues to guide the story with a clear understanding of how to blend emotional intimacy with epic fantasy spectacle. His direction ensures that even the most visually ambitious sequences remain connected to the characters and their emotional journeys. This approach allows the film to maintain its heart while still delivering the excitement and wonder expected from a large-scale adventure. The pacing remains effective, providing enough time for character development without sacrificing momentum. Visually, the movie continues to be stunning. The ocean remains a central symbol throughout the narrative, representing freedom, possibility, and the courage to embrace change. The cinematography captures these themes through breathtaking imagery that highlights both the beauty and power of the natural world. Expansive horizons, vibrant tropical landscapes, and dynamic ocean environments create a sense of wonder that remains one of the film's defining strengths. The visual effects continue to support the fantasy elements seamlessly, helping bring the story's magical aspects to life while preserving emotional authenticity. The production design remains exceptional, drawing inspiration from Polynesian culture to create environments that feel rich with history, tradition, and identity. These details contribute to the authenticity of the world and strengthen the film's themes of heritage and belonging. The supporting characters continue to provide valuable perspectives that help shape Moana's understanding of leadership and responsibility. Music remains a vital component of the experience. The score and songs continue to elevate key moments, reinforcing themes of family, courage, exploration, and self-discovery. The emotional power of the music enhances the storytelling and helps create memorable scenes that resonate long after they have passed. One of the most meaningful ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that lasting change begins when individuals choose to believe in both themselves and the people around them. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that true leadership is about creating opportunities for others to grow and succeed. Through outstanding performances, breathtaking visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the enduring power of hope in shaping a better future. Moana 2026 continues to elevate its storytelling by focusing on the lasting impact that courage, compassion, and determination can have on both individuals and entire communities. As the narrative advances, the film increasingly explores the idea that leadership is not defined by a destination but by the journey itself. Moana's experiences teach her that every challenge carries an opportunity for growth and that true strength often emerges from the willingness to remain hopeful during uncertain times. This thematic direction gives the story emotional depth and allows it to resonate with audiences on a meaningful level. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a performance filled with sincerity, confidence, and emotional nuance. Her portrayal of Moana reflects a character who has matured through experience while still retaining the curiosity and optimism that first inspired her journey. One of the film's greatest achievements is its ability to present personal growth as an ongoing process. Moana is constantly learning from the world around her, and each lesson contributes to a broader understanding of herself, her responsibilities, and the role she can play in helping others. This approach makes her character feel authentic and ensures that her development remains engaging throughout the adventure. The narrative repeatedly reinforces the idea that resilience is built through perseverance rather than perfection. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains a vibrant and memorable presence whose charisma and humor continue to bring energy to the film. Beyond the entertainment value, however, the character contributes significantly to the story's emotional themes. His friendship with Moana continues to evolve in ways that highlight trust, accountability, and mutual respect. Their interactions demonstrate that meaningful relationships are strengthened through shared experiences and a willingness to support one another through challenges. These moments provide some of the film's most heartfelt and enjoyable scenes. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong understanding of how to balance emotional storytelling with large-scale fantasy adventure. His direction ensures that the characters remain the focus of the narrative even during the most visually spectacular sequences. This balance allows the film to maintain a strong emotional connection while still delivering the excitement and wonder expected from an epic adventure. The pacing remains consistent and effective, giving audiences time to appreciate both the emotional and visual aspects of the story. Visually, the movie continues to be breathtaking. The ocean remains one of its most important symbols, representing possibility, transformation, and the courage required to embrace change. The cinematography captures these ideas through stunning imagery that emphasizes both the beauty and power of the natural world. Expansive ocean vistas, vibrant island landscapes, and dramatic environmental details contribute to a sense of wonder that remains central to the film's identity. The visual effects continue to support the fantasy elements effectively, creating magical experiences that feel believable within the world of the story. The production design remains rich with cultural influences that celebrate Polynesian traditions and heritage. These details provide authenticity and depth, helping create a setting that feels vibrant, meaningful, and deeply connected to the narrative's themes. The supporting characters continue to play valuable roles in Moana's development, offering guidance, encouragement, and perspectives that help shape her understanding of leadership and purpose. Music remains one of the film's most powerful strengths. The score and songs continue to enhance emotional moments while reinforcing themes of family, identity, courage, and hope. These musical elements add emotional richness to the story and help create memorable experiences that resonate with audiences long after the film concludes. One of the most inspiring messages explored during this stage of the narrative is that true leadership involves helping others discover their own abilities and confidence. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that lasting change often begins with a single person choosing to believe in the potential of those around them. Through exceptional performances, stunning visuals, memorable music, meaningful cultural representation, and emotionally resonant storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the enduring belief that hope and determination can guide people toward a brighter future together. Moana 2026 continues to build upon its emotional and thematic strengths by exploring the idea that every meaningful journey leaves a lasting impact on both the traveler and the people they encounter along the way. As Moana's story progresses, the film increasingly emphasizes that leadership is not about standing above others but about walking beside them, understanding their struggles, and helping them find confidence in themselves. This message becomes one of the most powerful elements of the narrative, giving the adventure a sense of maturity that extends beyond its fantasy setting. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a deeply engaging performance that captures the evolving nature of Moana's character. Her portrayal reflects a young woman who has gained wisdom through experience yet remains open to learning and growing. This willingness to evolve makes the character feel authentic and relatable. Throughout the film, Moana repeatedly demonstrates that courage is not simply the ability to face danger but also the willingness to accept responsibility for difficult decisions. These moments contribute significantly to her development and reinforce the film's broader themes about perseverance, empathy, and self-belief. One of the movie's greatest strengths is its commitment to showing that growth often occurs gradually. Moana does not become a stronger leader overnight. Instead, she learns through challenges, relationships, successes, and setbacks. This realistic approach to personal development helps the audience connect with her journey and appreciate the lessons she learns along the way. The narrative consistently highlights the importance of resilience, reminding viewers that progress often requires patience and determination even when results are not immediately visible. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to provide a dynamic presence that balances humor with emotional depth. His charisma remains a major source of entertainment, but the character also serves an important role in reinforcing the film's themes. The friendship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve in meaningful ways, illustrating how mutual respect and understanding can strengthen relationships over time. Their interactions remain among the most memorable aspects of the movie because they combine genuine emotional warmth with moments of humor and adventure. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate exceptional skill in balancing large-scale fantasy spectacle with intimate character-driven storytelling. His direction ensures that every visually impressive sequence contributes to the emotional and thematic goals of the narrative. This approach allows the film to maintain a strong emotional core while still delivering the excitement and wonder expected from a major adventure story. The pacing remains effective, creating a natural rhythm between exploration, reflection, action, and personal growth. Visually, the film remains extraordinary. The ocean continues to symbolize possibility, transformation, and the courage to venture into the unknown. The cinematography captures the beauty and power of nature with remarkable artistry, creating breathtaking images that enhance both the emotional and visual impact of the story. The visual effects continue to support the fantasy elements seamlessly, helping create a world that feels magical without losing its emotional authenticity. The production design remains one of the movie's most impressive achievements. Drawing heavily from Polynesian traditions and cultural influences, every environment feels rich with history, identity, and meaning. These details help establish a world that feels vibrant and immersive while reinforcing the film's themes of heritage and belonging. The supporting characters continue to enrich the narrative by providing guidance, encouragement, and perspectives that challenge Moana to grow as both an individual and a leader. Music remains a defining strength of the film. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments and reinforce themes of hope, family, courage, and self-discovery. The musical elements add emotional resonance to the story and help create memorable experiences that stay with the audience long after the film ends. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true influence comes from helping others recognize their own potential. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that leadership is most powerful when it empowers people to believe in themselves and work together toward a shared future. Through outstanding performances, stunning visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the enduring power of hope in shaping a brighter future. Moana 2026 continues to impress through its ability to combine emotional storytelling with a grand sense of adventure, creating a narrative that feels both personal and universal. As the film progresses, the focus increasingly shifts toward the lasting impact that one person's courage can have on an entire community. Moana's journey is no longer solely about discovering her own path. It becomes a story about inspiring others to believe in possibilities beyond what they previously imagined. This evolution gives the narrative additional emotional weight and reinforces one of the film's strongest themes: leadership is measured not by authority but by the ability to encourage hope and confidence in others. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver an outstanding performance that captures every stage of Moana's development. She portrays the character with a blend of determination, kindness, curiosity, and maturity that allows audiences to connect with her on a deeper level. One of the most compelling aspects of her performance is the way she conveys growth through subtle emotional changes. Moana gradually becomes more confident in her decisions, but she never loses the humility and compassion that define her character. This balance ensures that her journey remains relatable and emotionally engaging throughout the film. The story repeatedly highlights that wisdom is not something that appears instantly but is developed through experience, reflection, and perseverance. Dwayne Johnson's Maui continues to be a major source of entertainment and emotional support within the narrative. His larger-than-life personality brings humor and excitement to the adventure, while his evolving friendship with Moana contributes significantly to the story's emotional depth. Their relationship remains one of the movie's most effective elements because it demonstrates how trust and mutual respect can transform both individuals. The interactions between the two characters provide a perfect blend of humor, warmth, and meaningful character development. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong understanding of how to balance spectacle with emotional authenticity. His direction ensures that the characters remain at the center of the story even as the scale of the adventure expands. This commitment to character-driven storytelling helps the film maintain its emotional resonance while still delivering the excitement and visual grandeur expected from a major fantasy production. The pacing remains well-structured, allowing moments of reflection and growth to coexist naturally with scenes of action and exploration. Visually, the movie remains breathtaking. The ocean continues to function as one of the film's most important symbols, representing freedom, transformation, and the courage to embrace uncertainty. The cinematography captures these ideas through stunning imagery that highlights both the beauty and power of the natural world. Vast stretches of open water, vibrant island landscapes, and dramatic atmospheric conditions create a sense of wonder that enhances the emotional impact of the story. The visual effects remain impressive, bringing the film's magical elements to life while preserving the grounded emotional quality that makes the narrative feel authentic. The production design continues to celebrate Polynesian culture with care and respect, incorporating traditional influences into every aspect of the world building. These details help create a setting that feels rich, immersive, and meaningful. The supporting characters continue to contribute valuable perspectives that influence Moana's understanding of leadership, responsibility, and community. Music remains one of the film's most powerful strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments while reinforcing themes of courage, family, heritage, and self-belief. The musical elements help create memorable scenes that resonate emotionally and strengthen the audience's connection to the characters. One of the most meaningful ideas explored during this stage of the film is that true success is measured not by personal achievement but by the positive influence one leaves behind. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that inspiring others to believe in themselves can create lasting change that extends far beyond any individual accomplishment. Through remarkable performances, breathtaking visuals, memorable music, meaningful cultural representation, and emotionally rich storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an uplifting live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, community, and the transformative power of hope when combined with courage and determination. Moana 2026 continues to expand upon its central themes by exploring how personal growth often requires embracing both change and responsibility. As Moana's journey progresses, the film increasingly focuses on the idea that leadership is not defined by a single heroic act but by a consistent commitment to doing what is right even when the path forward is uncertain. This perspective gives the narrative emotional depth and allows the story to examine the qualities that transform an individual into a source of inspiration for others. Catherine Lagaya continues to deliver a remarkable performance, portraying Moana with a balance of determination, warmth, and emotional intelligence. Her portrayal highlights the character's willingness to face challenges while remaining deeply connected to the people and traditions that shaped her. This combination of strength and humility makes Moana a compelling protagonist whose journey feels both personal and universal. One of the film's most powerful qualities is its emphasis on growth through experience. Moana's development is shaped not only by successes but also by moments of doubt, reflection, and learning. The story repeatedly demonstrates that true confidence is built through perseverance and a willingness to continue moving forward despite uncertainty. These lessons give the character arc authenticity and reinforce the broader message that personal growth is a continuous process rather than a final destination. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains an important and entertaining part of the adventure. His humor and charisma continue to provide energy and excitement, but the film also allows the character to contribute meaningfully to its emotional themes. The friendship between Maui and Moana continues to evolve through trust, mutual respect, and shared experiences. Their relationship demonstrates how individuals can help one another grow by offering support, perspective, and encouragement during difficult moments. These interactions remain some of the film's most memorable scenes because they balance humor with genuine emotional resonance. Director Thomas Kyle continues to guide the story with confidence, maintaining a careful balance between intimate character moments and large-scale fantasy spectacle. His direction ensures that the emotional journeys of the characters remain central to the narrative, even during visually ambitious sequences. This approach helps create a film that feels emotionally grounded while still delivering the sense of wonder and adventure audiences expect. The pacing remains effective, allowing the story to explore important themes without losing momentum or excitement. Visually, the movie remains extraordinary. The ocean continues to serve as both a setting and a symbol, representing the endless possibilities that await those willing to explore beyond their comfort zones. The cinematography captures the beauty and power of the natural world with breathtaking imagery that enhances the emotional impact of the story. Expansive horizons, vibrant island landscapes, and dynamic ocean environments contribute to a visual experience that feels immersive and inspiring. The visual effects continue to bring the fantasy elements to life while preserving the emotional authenticity that keeps audiences invested in the characters. The production design remains rich with cultural influences, celebrating Polynesian traditions and artistic heritage through detailed environments, costumes, and visual motifs. These elements strengthen the film's identity and help create a world that feels vibrant, authentic, and meaningful. The supporting characters continue to provide valuable perspectives and emotional support, helping shape Moana's understanding of leadership, responsibility, and community. Music remains one of the film's defining strengths. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments and reinforce the themes of family, courage, heritage, and self-discovery. The musical sequences create memorable emotional experiences that deepen the audience's connection to the story and its characters. One of the most inspiring ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true leadership involves creating opportunities for others to grow and succeed. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that lasting influence comes from empowering people rather than seeking recognition for oneself. Through exceptional performances, stunning visuals, meaningful cultural representation, memorable music, and heartfelt storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as a powerful live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, unity, and the belief that hope and determination can guide individuals toward extraordinary achievements while strengthening the communities they serve. Moana 2026 continues to deepen its emotional resonance by exploring the idea that every journey of discovery eventually becomes a journey of responsibility. As Moana's adventure progresses, the film increasingly focuses on how experiences shape character and how leadership is defined by actions rather than titles. The story presents Moana as someone who is gradually learning that true influence comes from understanding the needs of others and using her abilities to help them thrive. This thematic direction gives the narrative additional maturity and allows the film to speak to audiences of different ages through universal ideas about growth, purpose, and service. Catherine Lagaya continues to anchor the story with a performance that feels sincere and emotionally grounded. She portrays Moana as someone who remains courageous in the face of uncertainty while also recognizing that confidence does not mean having every answer. Her ability to communicate both determination and vulnerability makes the character relatable and compelling. Throughout the film, Moana continues to grow through experience, demonstrating that wisdom is earned through perseverance, reflection, and a willingness to embrace change. These qualities make her journey feel authentic and help reinforce the film's message that personal development is a lifelong process rather than a single achievement. Dwayne Johnson's Maui remains an energetic and memorable presence whose humor and charisma continue to enhance the adventure. However, the film also allows the character to contribute to its deeper emotional themes. The evolving friendship between Maui and Moana highlights the importance of trust, accountability, and mutual support. Their relationship demonstrates that meaningful partnerships are built through understanding and respect rather than simple agreement. These interactions provide some of the film's most enjoyable and emotionally satisfying moments. Director Thomas Kyle continues to demonstrate a strong understanding of character-driven storytelling. His direction ensures that the emotional journeys of the characters remain central even as the scale of the adventure expands. This approach allows the film to balance spectacular fantasy elements with meaningful personal development, creating an experience that feels both exciting and emotionally rewarding. The pacing remains effective, giving important moments room to resonate while maintaining a strong sense of momentum and exploration. Visually, the film remains breathtaking. The ocean continues to serve as a powerful symbol throughout the narrative, representing opportunity, transformation, and the courage required to venture beyond familiar horizons. The cinematography captures the beauty and scale of the natural world with remarkable artistry, creating images that evoke wonder and inspiration. Expansive seascapes, vibrant tropical environments, and dramatic weather sequences contribute to a visual experience that feels immersive and unforgettable. The visual effects continue to support the story effectively, bringing fantasy elements to life while preserving the emotional authenticity that defines the film. The production design remains one of the movie's standout achievements. Drawing heavily from Polynesian culture and traditions, the environments feel rich with history, identity, and meaning. These details help create a world that feels vibrant and lived in while reinforcing the story's themes of heritage and belonging. The supporting characters continue to enrich the narrative by offering guidance, encouragement, and perspectives that influence Moana's understanding of leadership and responsibility. Music remains one of the most powerful components of the film. The score and songs continue to elevate emotional moments and strengthen the themes of courage, family, exploration, and self-belief. Each musical sequence enhances the storytelling, creating memorable experiences that resonate with the audience on both emotional and thematic levels. One of the most meaningful ideas explored during this stage of the narrative is that true leadership begins with the willingness to listen. Moana's journey repeatedly demonstrates that understanding others is just as important as guiding them, and that empathy often becomes the foundation upon which meaningful change is built. Through outstanding performances, breathtaking visuals, memorable music, rich cultural representation, and thoughtful storytelling, Moana 2026 continues to establish itself as an inspiring live-action adventure that celebrates resilience, wisdom, and the enduring belief that courage combined with compassion can shape a better future for everyone.